Hey parents, I know it's been a rough week already. I am also figuring out how to juggle getting all of my stuff done while my two children are home. And of course, nap time isn't lasting as long as nap time normally lasts just because I have stuff to do. So I feel your pain, I get it. Something that I want to tell you is that you sh- you shouldn't have to be helping your child a whole terrible amount aside from maybe math because there are so many concepts being touched on. Something different for next week that I'm going to do is um, I'm only going to do one math lesson per 2 days. I don't want to get to the point where we come back to school and we've gone through all of these math lessons and they don't get it. So, for instance, Monday we'll be doing lesson 91, which means on Monday we're going to do 1 through 15. And then on Tuesday, we're going to do 16 through 30. Okay. I still want a picture each day because that is how I give my attendance for the day, but I want it to be where they can really focus on those 15 problems and really learn from them because I know it's a ton of stuff to do and I get it, and I want to make it as easy on you guys as possible while also learning exactly what they need to learn. Also look for an email or a remind message from me about a time every Wednesday that I'm going to meet with your child. I just want to do this through FaceTime because I mean I can set up a Zoom thing, but that's just through a third party, whatever. But I want to then go through at least one whole math lesson and talk about how it's going, go through some of those ones for maybe past math lessons that they are still not understanding or getting wrong, or even just missing one little thing, pointing out those small mistakes that whatever I would be doing each day. And that makes it a little bit more manageable for all of us and for me to still touch on their corrections and that they can learn for next time. I don't want them flying through 5 lessons and not knowing the information that they need to know. So that's something new that you'll see next week. Now, also, we will be next week finishing the research portion of our social studies project. Now, we would normally be in class, obviously, making a poster, and I would have required you to get one of those trifold science fair project posters, is what I like to call them, and they would be presented at our fine arts night. Well, I was hoping that we would be done with this quarantine before we would finish our project, and that is not going to be the case, but I still want to be able to do the projects and share them with each other. So, two options. And please don't kill me. I know it's a lot to do. However, there are two options because you can have your students actually, if you want to decide and just tell your students what they're going to be doing, you can do whatever works with your day and your schedule. We have one option where you can still have them make the poster board. The only difference is that you would have to get from Amazon one of those trifold science fair posters and probably a package of construction paper. Okay. I will attach with this an example of what the end product poster will look like. It's not something that they will have to do every day. There's going to be a section assigned each day to work on for your posters. So it's not something where like, oh, you have to finish the whole poster in one day. It's like work on this one part of your final product today, the next day, and you'll keep adding it to your poster as you go. So that is one option. The other option that I want to give you, which might require a little bit more parent help, but it wouldn't require getting any additional materials, which is doing a Google Slides presentation. And I will attach a YouTube video on how to access Google Slides. And it's pretty much Google's version of PowerPoint. It's just easier to send it over to me. You can share it with me when you're done. And I realize that some of you might not have Gmail accounts, but every one of your students does have a Gmail account. So if you're in the position where you're like, my email is through my work email, it's not Gmail, I can't do Google Slides even if I wanted to, your child should know their login. I'm working with Ms. Nosari on getting a list of all their logins that I could then each individually send you their email and their password to get in, and then that way they can access their own Google Slides because they have their Google Slides, they have their own drive. They should be able to do it on their own. And then the video that I'm attaching is, it should show, if they watch it, it's 12 minutes long, and it shows them how to add slides, how to change text, how to change the color. They have done it all before for a project for me. So it shouldn't be anything new, and as long as it covers all the information that they need from their research packet, it's creativity, it's up to them. I don't care how it looks, what backgrounds they want to do, what font they want to do, as long as it's being able to be read. Then they can do whatever they want. They can add pictures from the place that they're going. So there's a few different options with that. I realize that Google Slides might need a little bit more of parental assistance. That's why I'm giving both options. The poster part of it will not. They can look at the example that I've given. They can put their information on there just like our example, and it shouldn't be a problem. But Google Slides then is kind of cool because we should then be able to put them in, I can compile them, put them in a folder, and share them with everybody. So if we are still stuck in this predicament for even longer, then we should still be able to see everybody's projects, see the information, where they went, how much their things cost, and we can still share our projects with each other. If you don't want to do Google Slides and you want to do a PowerPoint presentation, that is a possibility as well. However, I know it's sometimes hard to email those things over. It might be a little bit too long or whatever. That's why I prefer Google Slides, because it's so much easier to share. But those are our two options for the project, okay? So, touching back, math is going to change. One lesson for every 2 days. The second thing, look for a remind message for me to set up a Wednesday meeting time that I will be meeting with your child every single Wednesday to go over some math stuff. That way we know they're not falling behind. We can catch some of those things that maybe I haven't been able to catch, and especially since I can't hand back their graded work. Also, and then third thing, choose which way you want to present your project, because we will be starting our final projects based off of the research from our project in our packet. So you can choose the poster or the Google Slides or PowerPoint, whatever you prefer, and both of that information will be attached with this email. Thanks.